Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for 2 more Aesop's fables. We only have 1 more after this, so we're almost done with our quick stories. Today we're going to talk about the frogs asking for a king and the quack frog. I think Aesop's really liked frogs. He has a lot of stories about them. Okay, so the frog asking for the king. This is the picture that goes with that. Silly frogs, looks like they're playing and having fun. Time was when the frogs were discontented because they had no one to rule over them. So they sent a deputation to Jupiter to ask him to give them a king. A deputation is basically like a formal letter. Jupiter, who was a god way back when, he was like the king of all gods, despising the folly of their request, cast a log into the pool where they lived and said that should be their king. Frogs were terrified at first by the splash, and scuttled away into the deepest parts of the pool. But by and by, when they saw that the log remained motionless, one by one they ventured to the surface again, and before long, growing bolder, they began to feel such contempt for it that they even took to sit upon it. Thinking that a king of that sort was an insult to their dignity, they sent to Jupiter a second time, and begged him to take away the sluggish king he had given them, and to give them another and a better one. Jupiter, annoyed at being pestered in this way, sent a stork to rule over them, who no sooner arrived among them than he began to catch and eat the frogs as fast as he could. So, believe it or not, that's the end of that story. So what do you think this one's about? It's a very unusual one, and it's really hard to pick out what I would think would be a really good moral. Well, first, why was Jupiter annoyed at them asking for a king? Is it because frogs normally get along quite well and do their own thing, and they normally congregate, which means to gather together, and they seem perfectly fine with sharing an area? That might be it. But why did he send a stork at the end, an animal that is known to eat frogs? Well, maybe it's because when he sent them a log, something that they would be comfortable sharing and working with, they complained again. So he said, well, forget this, I'm done with you. So maybe the point it is to enjoy what you have and try not to complain too much. I don't know, this one's a good guess. If you guys think of a better one, let me know. All right, we're on to the quack frog. Now, a quack is many times a way of talking about a physician or a doctor who's not really good or not really a doctor. So it's someone who's pretending to be a doctor, or a doctor who's pretending to be better than he is. That's for you to think about. Once upon a time, a frog came forth from his home in the marshes and proclaimed to all the world that he was a learned physician, skilled in drugs and able to cure all diseases. Among the crowd was a fox who called out, "You, a doctor? Why, how can you set up to heal others when you cannot even cure your own lame legs and blotched and wrinkled skin? Physician, heal thyself." So, basically what this story is saying is, don't assume that everyone wants to be fixed in regards to what ails them, and don't assume that you can just because you think you can. Make sure you have something to back it up, either knowledge, like learning, either skill, meaning doing something over and over again, or something along those lines. Also, make sure that if you are saying that you can do something, that you appear that you can do it, because otherwise people won't believe you. It's not good to say, I can make you the tallest person in the world, as if you are very, very short. Why would they believe that you could make someone the tallest person in the world? So, it's good to have something to back up as evidence, like from science, to say that you can do something. Kind of cool, huh? All right, those are cute stories. A little bit more crazy than I liked. I like the simple and straightforward ones, but Aesop's went all over the place. You never know. And a lot of times he wrote these based on things that were happening around him in the world. So that's for you to think about. If there's something that you are having around you, maybe you don't have to get mad about it. Maybe you can write a story about it. Have a great day. Bye.